Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back to the show. Oh my gosh, I am so happy you are here today.
Welcome, welcome. It is so good to be back. Hi, everyone. We really missed you.
Leo, can I just say, I had the worst morning. I burned my toast, I could not find my phone, and I was late for everything.
Oh, no. And yet here you are, full of energy.
Because this is my self care, okay? Talking to you people is literally my therapy.
I love that. And actually, that connects perfectly to what we are talking about today.
It does. But first, hey, if you are new here, a big warm welcome to you. And if you are a returning listener, we love you so much.
We really do. This community means everything to us.
Okay, quick thing before we start. If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe. It is completely free and it helps us so much.
Yes, and if today's episode helps you even a little bit, hit that like button. It tells us you want more of this.
And share it. Send it to one friend, one sister, one colleague who needs to hear this today. You never know whose life you might change.
Okay, now let us get into it.
So, today we are talking about self care, but not just, take a bubble bath kind of self care. We are talking about why self care is not selfish and how to actually prioritize yourself in 2026.
This is so important because so many women, students, working women, housewives, they spend all day taking care of everyone else and they forget about themselves completely.
Yes, and then people feel guilty, like, I should not rest. There is so much to do. Does that sound familiar?
Very familiar. And today we're going to break that pattern. By the end of this episode, self-care will not feel like a luxury. It will feel like a necessity.
A necessity. I love that word. Okay, Leo, let us start from the very beginning. What even is self care? Like, what does it actually mean?
Hmm, good question to start with. Self-care simply means taking action to protect your own health, your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health.
Physical, mental, emotional. So it's not just one thing.
Exactly. It's not just going to the gym or eating a salad. Self-care can be sleeping enough, saying no to something, drinking water, sitting quietly for 5 minutes. Any action you take to take care of yourself, that is self-care.
Oh, so self care can be something really small.
Yes, it doesn't have to be big or expensive.
Okay, I love that because honestly, my version of self care is making a cup of tea and watching a drama for 20 minutes. Is that self care?
If it makes you feel better and you're choosing it for yourself, yes, Zuby, that is self-care.
Great. I am very healthy then. Okay, so that is what self care is. But now, why do so many people feel guilty about it? Like, why does it feel selfish?
This is the key question, and I think the answer is we are taught, especially women, that putting others first is a good thing, and that's true. Kindness is good, but we take it too far.
Too far, yes.
We start to believe that our needs don't matter, that if we rest, we're lazy, if we say no, we're selfish, if we spend time on ourselves, we're being irresponsible.
Ugh, I have felt all of those things.
Most women have. But here's the truth. Self-care is not selfish. It's self-preservation. And there's a big difference.
Self preservation. Okay, say more about that word.
Self-preservation means keeping yourself alive and functional. Think about it like this. If you're on an airplane and the oxygen mask comes down, they always say, put your mask on first before helping others.
Oh, the oxygen mask example. I've heard this, but it hits different when you say it like that.
Because it's true. You cannot give from an empty cup. If you're exhausted, stressed, unwell, how can you really help anyone?
You can't. You just become more and more empty.
Exactly. Self-care fills your cup, so you have more to give, not less.
I love that. Fill your cup. Okay, this brings me to my next question. Leo, do you actually practice self care? Like in real life, what do you do?
Let me think. Yes, for me, self-care is mostly about quiet. I need at least 30 minutes every day where I am alone, no phone, no noise, just thinking or reading.
30 minutes of silence. That sounds amazing and also impossible for me.
It took practice. I used to feel guilty doing it, like I should be doing something productive.
Yes, that guilty feeling. Okay, see, that's my problem too. I feel like rest is wasted time.
That's a very common belief, but rest is productive. Your brain processes, heals, and recharges during rest. It's not wasted time at all.
Rest is productive. I'm gonna repeat that to myself every day.
Please do.
For me, my self care is very different from yours. I need people, I need laughter. So, my self care is calling my best friend or going for a walk with music loud in my ears. That gives me energy.
That's interesting, because my self-care is solitude and yours is connection. Two completely opposite things, but both valid.
Yes, and that's the point, right? Self care is personal, it's different for everyone.
100%. What works for me may not work for you. The most important thing is that you find what actually restores you.
Restore. I like that word. Self care restores you. Okay, now I want to talk about something that I think a lot of our listeners struggle with, and that is time. Everyone says, I don't have time for self care. What do you say to that, Leo?
I say you always make time for what you believe is important. The problem is not time. The problem is that you haven't yet decided that you are important enough.
Oh, that's strong.
It's not meant to hurt, it's meant to wake us up. We find time to scroll social media, watch one more episode, reply to every message. We have time. We just don't spend it on ourselves.
Okay, guilty. I will raise my hand on that one.
The good news is self-care doesn't need to be an hour. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's about consistency, not length.
Consistency, yes. Small things done regularly.
Right. 5 minutes of deep breathing every morning is more powerful than one big spa day every 6 months.
Though the spa day does sound nice.
It does, but you get the point.
I do. Okay, what about the people who say, I will do self care after I finish everything else? Like, I will rest when everything is done.
Everything is never done. That's the trap. The to-do list never ends. If you wait until everything is finished, you'll wait forever.
Truth. My to do list is honestly a living creature, it just keeps growing.
It does. So you can't wait for the perfect moment. You have to schedule it. Treat your self-care time like a meeting that you can't cancel.
A meeting you can't cancel. I love that framing. Like, sorry, I'm busy. I have a meeting with myself.
Exactly. And the more you practice that, the more natural it feels.
Okay, Leo, let us keep going. I want to talk about something that comes up a lot, especially for working women and housewives, and that is people around you. Family, colleagues, kids. What happens when other people make you feel guilty for taking time for yourself?
This is such a real issue. Someone takes an hour for themselves, and someone in the family says, "Oh, you are relaxing? Must be nice." And suddenly you feel like you did something wrong.
Must be nice. I have heard that. It is not a compliment, it is a guilt trip.
Exactly. And I think the first step is you do not need to justify your self-care to anyone. You do not need to explain yourself.
Do not justify. But that is hard when someone is looking at you with the face.
The face, yes. But here's the thing. When you are well-rested and recharged, you actually show up better for those people. You're more patient, more present, more kind. Your self-care benefits them too.
Your self-care benefits them too. Wow, that is a way I had never thought of it.
Think about a mom who never rests. She gets more and more tired, more irritable, more stressed, and then she snaps at her kids. Is that better for the family than if she had taken 1 hour to rest?
No, the family suffers more without her rest.
Right, so self-care is not just for you, it's for everyone around you.
Okay, I need everyone to hear that. Self-care is for everyone around you. Keep listening, people. Now, let me ask you something kind of deep. What is the difference between self-care and being lazy? Because sometimes people use that as an excuse, right? Like, I'm doing self-care, but actually they are just avoiding responsibilities.
Oh, good question. Let me think about this carefully. Self-care is intentional. It is conscious. You choose to rest or recharge because you know it will help you function better.
Intentional. So you're doing it on purpose, with a reason.
Yes, laziness is more like avoiding something you need to do out of habit or fear or avoidance. There's no plan to come back and do the thing. Self-care restores you so you can do the thing.
Okay, so the intention is what makes the difference.
Exactly. Ask yourself, am I resting to recharge or am I hiding from something? That answer will tell you a lot.
Hiding from something, like responsibilities or difficult emotions.
Right. Sometimes what looks like self-care is actually avoidance, and that's okay to notice, but it's different.
I think that's a really honest thing to say. Not everything we call self-care actually is self-care.
Correct. Real self-care makes you feel better after. You feel refreshed, lighter, more ready, not more anxious or more behind.
Refreshed and lighter, yes. If I watch 3 hours of TV and I feel worse after, that was not self-care, that was escape.
Escape, exactly that word.
Okay, that hit me personally. All right, let's talk about something very practical, because I know our listeners are busy. They have classes, jobs, children, houses to manage. What are some very simple, very small self-care habits that anyone can start today? Like literally today.
I love this question. Okay, let me start with the body. Sleep. I know everyone says it, but are you actually sleeping enough? 7 to 8 hours, not 5, not 6, 7 to 8.
Okay, I'll be honest. I sleep like 5 hours and I act surprised when I'm tired.
Most people do. Sleep is the foundation of everything. Your mood, your focus, your immune system, everything depends on sleep.
Foundation, so everything else builds on it.
Yes, if you only do one thing for your self-care, sleep more. It's free, it's powerful, and most of us are not doing it.
Noted. What else?
Water. Drink more water. This sounds too simple, but most people are slightly dehydrated all day. It affects your energy, your concentration, your skin, your mood.
Water. See, I knew water was going to come up. Leo never misses a chance to talk about water.
Because it works. Drink your water, people.
Fine. Water and sleep. Those are your top two.
For the body, yes. For the mind, I would say have 5 minutes of quiet every day. Before you pick up your phone in the morning, just sit, breathe. No screen, no noise, just you.
5 minutes before the phone. Honestly, that sounds terrifying to me.
I know, but try it for 3 days. It changes how your whole day feels.
Okay, I will try it. My self-care picks are different. I say move your body, even just a 10-minute walk. Not for weight loss, not for fitness goals, just because it makes you feel good.
Movement as self-care, yes. Exercise releases chemicals in your brain that make you happier.
Exactly. I always feel better after a walk. Always. Even if I didn't want to go.
The hardest part is starting.
Always. And my second pick, talk to someone. A friend, a sister, anyone. Isolation is dangerous for mental health. Human connection is self-care too.
Connection, very important. Humans need each other.
We do. Even us introverts, right, Leo? Even you need people sometimes.
I do, less frequently than you, but yes, I do.
Okay, now I want to talk about something that is very real in 2026 specifically, and that is social media. Because we're spending so much time online Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and a lot of it doesn't feel good. Like you scroll and you feel worse after. How does social media relate to self-care?
This is very relevant. There's a concept called a digital detox, and it basically means taking a break from your screens on purpose.
Digital detox. I've heard that word. Detox meaning to clean out something harmful.
Right, like how you might detox your body from unhealthy food, a digital detox means cleaning your mind from too much screen time.
Okay, how do you do a digital detox? Like, do you just throw your phone in the sea?
Not necessary. It can be small. No phone for the first hour of your morning, or no social media after 9 p.m., or one full day per week with minimal phone use.
1 day a week sounds hard, but 1 hour in the morning, that I could maybe try.
Start small, even 30 minutes of no phone in the evening. You'll sleep better, your brain will be calmer, and you'll feel less anxious.
Less anxious. Because I think social media gives me a lot of comparison anxiety. Like, everyone seems to have a perfect life, and I'm here burning my toast.
That's so common. What you see online is the highlight reel, not the real life. Nobody posts their bad days.
Highlight reel. That's such a good way to say it. Like, everyone is showing only the best scenes.
Exactly. And when you compare your real life to someone else's highlight reel, of course you feel bad. It's not a fair comparison.
Not a fair comparison. I think I need to put that on a sticky note on my mirror.
Please do. And remember, the people with the most perfect-looking feeds are sometimes the most unhappy in real life.
Oh, that's sad, but also weirdly comforting.
I understand that feeling.
Let's talk about one more area before we go to tips, and that is saying no. Because I think for a lot of women, self-care starts with learning to say no, but it's so hard. Why is saying no an act of self-care?
Because every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you're saying no to yourself. Your time, your energy, your peace. You're giving that away.
Every yes to others is a no to yourself. Oh, wow.
And you only have so much energy. It's like a bank account. Every obligation you take on withdraws from your energy account. If you never deposit, you go bankrupt.
Energy bank account. Leo, you are giving me so many metaphors today.
Metaphors help make abstract ideas real.
Metaphor. Yes, that's a good word. A metaphor is when you explain one thing using a comparison to something else.
Exactly. Like life is a journey is a metaphor.
Okay, so how do you actually say no without feeling terrible?
You practice. The first few times are uncomfortable, but you get better. And you can say no kindly. You don't have to be rude.
Kindly. Like how? Give me an example.
For example, I appreciate you thinking of me, but I am not able to do this right now. That's polite, honest, and complete. You don't need a long explanation.
I appreciate you thinking of me, but I am not able to do this right now. I like that. It's respectful but firm.
Firm, yes. You don't need to apologize for having limits.
You don't need to apologize for having limits. Write that down, everyone. Okay, we are getting close to the end of our main content, but I want to cover one more big topic, and that is self-care for your mind, like mental and emotional care. Because I think a lot of people know about physical self-care, eating, sleeping, exercise, but the emotional part, people do not talk about it enough.
You are so right. Emotional self-care is about checking in with how you feel, acknowledging your emotions, not pushing them down or ignoring them.
Acknowledging emotions. So just noticing them? saying, "Oh, I feel sad today," or "I feel overwhelmed."
Exactly. Many people go through their whole day without asking themselves, how am I actually feeling right now? They just keep moving, keep doing, never checking in.
I do that. I go from task to task and I do not stop to check in with myself at all.
And then suddenly one day you just break down. You feel burned out. You feel empty, and you wonder why. But it's because you ignored the small signals for too long.
Burned out. Such an important term. Burnout means you have been running on empty for so long that you just stop.
Yes, it is physical and emotional exhaustion, and it doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly from weeks and months of ignoring your needs.
So, how do you prevent burnout before it gets bad?
Check in with yourself regularly. At the end of each day, just ask, what do I feel? What do I need? It takes 2 minutes, but it keeps you connected to yourself.
Connected to yourself. I love that phrase. Like you are in a relationship with yourself.
That's actually a great way to think about it. Your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you have. If that relationship is broken, every other relationship suffers.
Oh, that is deep. Your relationship with yourself is the foundation for everything else.
If you do not respect yourself, it is very hard to believe others should respect you. If you do not take care of yourself, you struggle to receive care from others.
I never thought about it that way. Self-care is almost like practice for self-respect.
Zubi, that is beautifully said. Yes, exactly that.
Oh, look at me being deep today.
Both laugh. Now let me give 2 practical templates, sentences our listeners can actually use in real life.
Yes, give us the templates.
Template 1, for saying no without guilt. Thank you for thinking of me. I need to take care of myself right now, so I'm going to say no this time.
Thank you for thinking of me. I need to take care of myself right now, so I'm going to say no this time. Simple, kind, and honest.
Template 2, for asking for what you need. I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed. I think I need some quiet time today. Can we talk later?
I've been feeling overwhelmed. I need some quiet time. Can we talk later? Yes, that is so normal and human to say. Okay, my templates are a little different. For myself, I say, I'm choosing to rest right now because I deserve it, and I will be better for it.
I deserve it and I will be better for it. That is a very good affirmation.
Affirmation, yes, a positive statement you say to yourself. And my second one is for when people question your self-care. I take care of myself so I can take care of others better.
I take care of myself so I can take care of others better. That is perfect. It removes the guilt completely.
Right? Because it's true and it explains yourself without apologizing. Okay, let's do situation-based tips now, because the same self-care looks different in different situations. Leo, what would you say to a student who is very stressed about exams?
If you're a student under exam pressure, do not cut your sleep to study. I know it feels like you need those extra hours, but a tired brain does not retain information well. Sleep is part of studying.
Sleep is part of studying. Students, please hear that.
Also, take short breaks. Study for 45 minutes, then take a 10-minute break. Walk, stretch, drink water, then come back. Your brain will work much better.
Okay, what about a working woman who's juggling a job, maybe a family, maybe a home, all at once? What's your tip for her?
If you're a working woman with many responsibilities, protect your morning, even just 15 minutes before everyone else wakes up. Tea, silence, nothing on your phone, just 15 minutes that belong only to you.
15 minutes that belong only to you. That is so specific and so doable.
Because she can't take 2 hours, but she can take 15 minutes, and that 15 minutes sets the tone for her whole day.
I love that. And for a housewife who's home all day, maybe feeling invisible, like nobody sees how hard she works, what's your tip for her?
For her, create one ritual that's just yours. A cup of tea at a certain time, a walk every afternoon, one show you watch, something that says, "This time is mine." It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be consistent and chosen by you.
One ritual that's just yours. I think that's so important for someone who spends all day giving to others.
And tell people, "This is my time," not apologetically, just as a fact.
As a fact. Not a request, not an apology, just a fact. I like that energy. Leo, I want to do a little reframe now, because I know some people listening are still a little bit scared of this idea. Like, what will people think if I start saying no? If I start taking time for myself? What if they call me selfish?
This fear is so normal. And here's what I want to say. The people who love you and respect you will understand. It might take a little adjustment, yes, but they will understand.
And the ones who do not understand?
Honestly, their discomfort is usually about the fact that they also need to look at their own self-care. When you start taking care of yourself, it sometimes makes others uncomfortable because they wonder why they aren't doing it too.
Oh, so sometimes the criticism is not really about you.
Often it's not. Your self-growth can feel threatening to people who are standing still. That's not your problem to fix.
That's not your problem to fix. Wow. Okay, let me reframe the fear. Starting your self-care journey is not scary. It's actually an act of courage. You're saying, I matter. My health matters. My peace matters. And that's one of the bravest things you can do.
Beautifully said. And you don't have to do it all at once. Start with one small thing, one small act of care for yourself today.
One small thing today. Perfect. Okay, before we wrap up, our favorite part, what did we learn about each other today?
I learned that you need people and connection to recharge, which honestly makes total sense for you, Zuby. You're one of the most social people I know.
Yes, that's me. And I learned that you need silence and solitude, which also makes sense, because you are always so calm and thoughtful. Now I know why. You're protecting your quiet time.
I am. And I also learned that you feel guilty about resting. And I want you to know, from me to you, and to everyone listening, rest is not a reward for finishing your work. Rest is a right.
Rest is a right, not a reward. Leo, that should be on a poster somewhere.
Feel free to put it on your wall.
And I learned from you, from this whole conversation, that self-care is not one thing. It's sleep, water, quiet, connection, movement, saying no, checking in with your feelings, protecting your time. It's all of it together.
And it starts with one simple belief, that you worth taking care of.
You are worth taking care of. That's the heart of everything we said today. Okay, everyone, if this episode helped you in any way, please subscribe so you never miss our next one. We release new episodes every week, and we want you to be there for all of them.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. It helps more people find us, and we really appreciate every single one.
Share this with someone who needs it today, a friend, a sister, a colleague, a mother. Send it to one person. You might not know it, but it could be exactly what they needed to hear.
And we would love to hear from you in the comments. Tell us, what is one small self-care habit you're going to start this week? Write it below. Even just one word. Sleep, water, walk, no. We will read every comment.
We genuinely read everything you write. Your comments make our day, and they inspire future episodes too.
So don't be shy. Come say hello in the comments.
All right, keep going, keep trying, keep taking care of yourself. You're doing better than you think.
We'll see you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves, because now you know it's not selfish, it's necessary.
Bye, everyone. I love you all.
Goodbye, everyone. Until next time,